Comfortable seat. We're gonna jump right in since we had a little bit of technical difficulty there. Start with your eyes closed, please. And if child's pose feels as though it would be a little more accessible, a little more comfortable, take that. And I want you to identify your breath in and out through your nose. Our practice today, we're going to explore and embody this concept of Wabi-Sabi. Wabi-Sabi is a Japanese aesthetic. It's a philosophy that's comprised of 5 different sort of pillars. And the one that we're going to look at today is about finding beauty inside of the broken things. That it's actually a form of art where they take broken pottery and they mend it back together with gold or silver. And so then the cracks are what makes it unique and beautiful. It's being able to find that beauty and appreciation emerge from our uniqueness, our inner being, and oftentimes the things that we tuck away, that we hide away, that maybe are broken or damaged or jagged or awkward or funky, weird. And our practice today is embodying this and finding this sense of appreciation for this beauty. And it's actually quite often the things that leave us feeling fractured are the things that end up reflecting the most wisdom in our life. So as you breathe here, embracing all of you, all parts, knowing that the brokenness and the shatteredness of life fragments us, but when we are fragmented, we actually have more surfaces to reflect light. And then as we gather those pieces back up and we begin to mend them and mold them and reshape them, if we do so with this loving kindness, it oftentimes becomes more beautiful than it was originally. It makes us unique. It makes us who we are. Bring your hands to your heart. Offer a gentle bow into your practice today, this embodiment of Wabi-Sabi. It's sort of fun to say. It's one of those words that maybe make you smile or you mix up with wasabi. And we just start to embrace sort of the awkwardness and the unusual things that life throws at us that sometimes feels as though it's damaging us, but actually what it's giving us is an opportunity to reform in the shape of a beautiful vessel with uniqueness that can only reflect the light in the way that you do as an individual. Let's begin our practice with Om. Inhale. Om. Exhale, release your hands. Gently open your eyes and come forward, please, to tabletop. From tabletop, you're going to set your right forearm down. So your right elbow is in line with your left hand. Spread your right fingers and then slide your right shoulder blade down your back and lengthen the right side of your neck. And then just think cat-cow here. Drop your belly, turn your sternum up. You're going to pull your left elbow in as you lift your sternum. You'll notice the left elbow wants to wing out. Exhale, round your spine, push the floor away, gaze towards your belly, and keep pulling that left elbow in. Good, a couple more rounds. Inhale, and just let it be awkward. This is going to kind of be the theme today. Let it be awkward. Exhale, round the spine, embracing that, not resisting it, just letting it be what it is. And sometimes as we learn to embrace and accept the awkwardness of things, we start to find delight, enjoy this authentic experience. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, just change. Put your left forearm down, take your right hand and put it in line with your left elbow. Notice that right elbow wants to wing out. You're going to wrap it in, pull your shoulder blades down, spread your 10 fingers, and then just start your cat-cow again. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, and push the floor away. Nice and slow, just embracing the awkwardness, the asymmetry. Good. Inhale, and just noticing different things sort of turning on to accommodate this unusual shape. Good. Inhale, neutralize your spine. You're going to bring your right elbow back down and take your left hand back to where it was before. So left hand and right elbow are in line with each other. Take your right leg back. Take your left arm forward. Inhale. And bird dog here. Pull your right shoulder blade out of your ear. Lift the top of your throat. Find some stability in the belly. Try not to dump in the low back so you're hugging in around the sides of the waist. And then really kung fu your right leg. Keep wrapping your right elbow in, pulling your right shoulder blade down, packing your right arm bone into the socket. And then reach your right leg way back and your left arm forward. Good. And then set your left hand down, put your right knee down. Good. Change sides, right hand down, left elbow down. Wrap your right elbow in, pull your shoulder blades back, and take your left leg behind you. Good. And of course, you could stay here if you need to. Hug in around the sides of the waist, pull your spine forward, lift the top of your throat, and then right arm forward. Coming into just some unusual shapes today. What we're trying to do, not only find an unusual shape, but turning on your support system of the core. Hugging around the sides of the waist, lengthen through the center of you. Notice the stable parts, drawing into them. Good. And then place your right hand down, left knee down. Good. Slide back to child's pose for a moment. Drop your head. Arms can come by your side if you need that. Good. And then rock up to tabletop again. Bring your right elbow down. Left hand is in line with your right elbow. Take your right leg back. Turn your right hip down, hug in around the sides of the waist, pack your right shoulder into the socket, and then take your left arm forward. Inhale. Now exhale, elbow and knee, go slow. Wiggle around if you need to. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale, pull it in. And if it's too much, you can just move the leg back and forth, and you can keep the left hand on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in, belly back, push into your right elbow. Really lift the right side of your rib cage up. Inhale, extend. One more, exhale. Good, take it out. Inhale. And then set your left elbow down and put your right knee down and put your right hand on the floor. Good. Left leg goes back this time. Pack your shoulders into the socket. Lengthen the skin on the back of your neck. Hug in around the sides of the waist and then float your left leg. Good. Take your right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, elbow and knee. Go slow. Try to lift your whole spine up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Notice the little weeble wobbles there. Inhale, not fighting it, just observing, working on coming into your center, continuing to support internally, regardless of what's happening externally. Really push into your left elbow. One more. Exhale. Good. Take your arm and leg back and set your elbows down, set your knees down, and slide back again, child's pose. Rest your shoulders. Arms are wherever it's helpful. Drop your head, drop your brain. Just take a deep cleansing breath in and out. Good. From here, rock to tabletop. Bring your right forearm down. Left hand stays on the floor. Wrap your shoulders in. We're not going to do this all class, but we are going to really mark this at the beginning, and then we'll come back to it. We're just planting a seed right now. Take your left leg back, or sorry, right leg back. Inhale. Take your left arm forward. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow and knee. Good. Stretch it back out. Inhale. Exhale, put your left hand down. Lift your left knee and think three-legged dog. Just lift it up. Your left elbow is not going to straighten all the way. It's okay. Put your left knee down. Left arm forward. Inhale. Everything's okay. Elbow and knee comes together. Yeah, it should be weird. If you got it, there's something wrong with you. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, put your hand down. Lift your left knee. Drop your head. Look at your left foot toes. Good. Put your knee down. Inhale, left arm forward. Just one more. Exhale, elbow and knee for now. Inhale, reach it out. Pack your shoulder in. Put your hand down. Lift up. Stretch through your right leg. Drop your brain. Head is heavy. Neck is soft. Put your knee down. Left arm forward. And then put your left elbow down. Right knee down. Good. Left leg back. We're just jumping in. Take your right arm forward. Inhale. You're not thinking about your grocery list. Elbow and knee, pull it in. I hope not. Inhale, extend. Now put your hand down, lift your right knee, drop your brain. Just drop it. Good. Put your knee down. Inhale, arm reaches. Elbow and knee, find your belly. Good. Keep that sense of the belly. Reach out. Put your hand down. Lift your hips. Drop your brain. Just have one more. Set your knee down. Reach your arm. Inhale. Elbow and knee. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. Hand comes down. Lift it up. Exhale. Good. Put your knee down. Inhale. Put both elbows down, both knees down. Drop your head. Drop back. Child's pose. Good. Take a breath. One more breath here. Good. And then rock up to tabletop, plain old tabletop, and plain old downward dog. Lift your hips up and back. It'll feel so good. You'll be like, this is the best pose ever. And what's interesting is sometimes it's the perspective, right, of being in awkward, unusual situations that allows us to embrace what maybe used to seem challenging. Helps us find some familiarity and a way to be home more often in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts. Good. Walk your feet towards your hands. Take an inhale. Lift your chest up. Roll your shoulders back. Lengthen the skin on the back of the neck. And then deep forward bend. Good. Do that 2 more times. Halfway lift. Really lengthen through your spine. Exhale and fold. Good. Once more. Inhale. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale to bow. Rise to stand. Inhale. Touch the sky. Exhale. Forward fold. Good. Soften your knees and step your left foot behind you. Plant your left hand. You can put your left knee down as well if you like. Take your right arm forward. You're going to sweep the arm up, but watch really quick. We're going to bend the elbow, slide the shoulder blade back, and come all the way around. So it's coming from the shoulder blade, not the arm. So reach forward, go up, bend the elbow a little bit, and slide your shoulder blade closer to your spine. Open your throat. and then finish the circle. So instead of the fingers rotating you, think of the shoulder blade as like the dial rotating the arm. Good, take one more. Just flossing that area, organizing it from the shoulder blade. Take your hands on either side of your foot, shift your hips back, and just straighten your right leg. You can put blocks under your hands if you need them. Dig your heel down, lift your toes, pull your right hip back, slide the skin of your belly forward, and relax your neck. Take an inhale here, squeeze your quadricep. Your left knee is heavy on the ground, and you'll fold forward any amount. Good. Try to spread your fourth and fifth toes and pull your baby toe back toward your outer calf. Take one more breath here. Good. And then bend your front knee. You're going to step into your right foot and come into standing splits. Lift your left leg. Drop your head. So we just opened that right hamstring a little bit. Everybody turn your left hip down though. Yeah, your leg will drop pretty significantly when you do that, but still keep reaching your legs away from each other. Good. Relax your brain. Drop your head and use your belly to pull yourself in closer to your thigh. Pull in, think belly to thigh. Stretch through the legs. Activate your left foot toes. Just take one more breath. Good. Step back, land into a lunge. Reach your arms high. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. So armpits go up, head of the arm bones back. Now close the front ribs slightly. Inhale. You can stay upright, especially if this feels really nice on your shoulders. Otherwise, you're going to fold and put your belly on your thigh or come inside. Breathe. Make a gully between your shoulder blades. That means squeeze them together. Drip your brain down if you're folding. Pack your right outer hip back to the wall behind you. Take one more breath. If you folded, come on up. Inhale. Everyone, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, place your hands down. Good. Put your left knee down. Sweep your right leg back. Inhale. As you exhale, put your right elbow down. Inhale here. Exhale, just pull your knee to your chest. Round. Inhale, extend it back. And come into that funny downward dog. Lift your hips. Drop your head. That left elbow, wrap it in. Good. Put your knee down. Inhale. Exhale, both elbows down. Step back to forearm plank. Good. You can set your knees down if you need to. Turn your sternum forward. Widen your upper back. Widen and smile your collarbones. Good. Take a breath. Now slowly lower your pelvis. Sphinx pose. Inhale. Click your toenails down. Lift your sternum. Take one more breath. Press your pubic bone down to lengthen your low back and slide your spine forward and up. Good. Lower down. Plain old cobra. Come on up. Inhale. Work your legs. Widen and smile your collarbones apart. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Take a breath. Exhale completely. Good. And then walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale. Spread your toes, deep forward bend. Soften your knees if you need to. That way your ribs and your thighs are close together. Halfway lift. Keep your knees that bent. Roll your shoulders back. Stretch your rib cage forward. And then fold. Good. Rise to stand. Inhale. Touch the sky. And fold forward. Exhale. Step your right foot back. You can set your right knee down, push into your right hand, and take your left arm forward. Good. So start to lift the arm up, bend the elbow a little bit. When you do that, notice that the shoulder blade can start to kind of floss onto the back and then finish the rotation. So it's inhale, bend the elbow. Don't just take my word for it. Like, start to feel it. Shoulder blade glides into the middle and then circle it. Inhale. Exhale. From the shoulder blade, we're moving. Not from the hand, not from the wrist. Think the shoulder blade dialing the arm. Do one more, please. Notice where you're gripping, tensing, guarding, and try to soften the larger muscles. Take your hands down, shift your hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana. So half splits. Push into your heel, pull your toes back. Fourth and fifth toes pull towards the outer shin. But then think right inner thigh back and slide your belly forward. Good. Take an inhale. And the standing knee is, or standing thigh is perpendicular as much as we can. We don't want to lean back or lean forward into the splits. We're good. Dig your heel down without actually moving your heel. Slide your whole leg back, left leg back towards your left hip. Good. Take one more breath. Good. And then you're going to bend your front knee and come into standing splits. Right leg to the sky. And go ahead. Let's do this. Open your hip upright at first. Open it up. Notice how high it can get. That's awesome. Right? It's a little tricky. And then turn that right hip down, right? Neither of these are bad or wrong. It's just we're already fluid that other way. So now we're going to work this way because I want you to activate the muscles and keep your body square and in alignment. It'll be helpful later on. Squeeze your right glute. Stretch your legs apart. And now pull yourself together. How can you do that? Pull yourself together from the belly. Drip your brain down. Good. You have one more breath. Exhale. Good. Look forward, lift your chest, bend your knees, step back, lunge. Take your arms to the sky. Inhale. Interlace your fingers behind your back. You're going to do opposite finger on top. So you have the favorite way, do the weird way. Inhale, lift your armpits. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and pull them down your back. Close your front ribs. Inhale, stay here or fold. You can do belly to thigh or shoulder inside the thigh. Push your right inner heel back. Drip your brain down. Notice the little wobbles, the little weebles. And instead of fighting it, needing it to be perfect, can you just embrace what's happening here, what's showing up for you? Push down. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands come down. Good, put your right knee down. Take your left leg back. Put your left elbow down. Inhale here. Everybody's like, I hate this. Knee to chest. Pull it in. Good. Inhale, take it back. And now that new little down dog, lift it up, drop your brain. Get that left leg up. Think standing splits, you guys. Right? Lift, lift, lift. Good. Good. Set your knee down. Set your left knee down. Put your right forearm down. Pull your shoulders back. Look forward. Close your belly and look forward into forearm plank. Good. Right heel hovers, maybe. Maybe left arm hovers. Or just think about it. Put it down. Left leg hovers. Good. Get your booty down. It's plank, not dog. Right arm forward. Or just think about it. Put it down. Good. Set your pelvis down. Sphinx pose. Pull your shoulders back, lift your sternum. Inhale. So we do have the floor to rest into, but the legs are still somewhat engaged. Press the pubic bone down. Pull the rib cage forward. Relax your neck. Top of the throat back. Lift up through the back of your skull. Good. Take one more breath. Good. Lower down. Cobra. You choose the height. Just make sure the spine is moving fluidly. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Good. Stretch your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, step your right foot forward towards your right thumb. Good. Take your arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Just come halfway forward. Lengthen. Inhale. Reach up. Warrior two. Just spin your back heel. Your front foot's already where it needs to be. Reverse your arms. Widen your right knee. Exhale. Come into side angle. Start with forearm to thigh, and I want you to kind of scrub the flesh of your thigh with your forearm. Keep this left thigh lifting, and then stretch the left arm. Keep tractioning the right thigh with your right forearm, and then wrap your right butt cheek underneath you. Turn your left pinky finger down so your arm is overhead. Close your front body and spin open. And with your forearm on your thigh, you're kind of tractioning the thigh. Do you guys feel that? We're trying to give room so that we're not dumping the pelvic half into the thigh bone. Lift your right pelvic half off your thigh bone. Drop your chin, draw the throat back. You can stay or right hand to the ground. You have one more breath here. Left hand down, left pinky fingers down. Push down. Inhale, warrior two. Turn sideways, goddess. Toes out, heels in. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your front body. Widen your knees and lean back. Good. Top of the throat back. Take your right arm on top of your left arm, Garudasana arms, so you can hug or double bind. Inhale, lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders. Now pull your armpits back. Relax the sides of your neck and close your front ribs. Take one more breath. Lengthen your low back by pulling your front rib cage down. Good. Open it back up. Warrior two. Inhale. Reverse your arms. Exhale. Cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Lift your back heel. Listen carefully. Slide your front foot halfway back. Push your hands down like downward dog. Good. Look forward towards your thumbs and just lift your left leg. Think standing splits, but we're not really there. Our hands are grounded. Straighten your elbows. Look forward. Spread the floor apart with your hands. Good. Now you can stay there or lift high onto your right heel, or take 3 little hops trying to kick your right butt cheek. 1, spread the floor apart. 2, 3. Good. Step back, plank. Chaturanga. Cobra, inhale. Use your legs. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, take the arms high. And now come halfway forward. Hinge at the hips, squeeze your upper back. Inhale, take the arms up. Now just spin your back heel, warrior two. Good. Reverse your arms. Inhale. Exhale. Come forward, side angle. Scrub your left thigh away from you. Lift your right inner thigh up, though, away from that. And then take your right arm overhead, pinky finger down. Pull your right shoulder down your back. So you have space between your right ear and your right shoulder. Close your front body. Keep scrubbing forward with that left forearm. And now spin open. Beautiful. Take a breath. Exhale. Good. You can stay here, or you can take your left fingers to the floor if you like. Remember, we're not trying to dig our hip half into our thigh bone. So keep picking up that left hip point off the thigh bone. Warrior two, inhale. Turn sideways, toes out, heels in. Close your front ribs. Good, widen your thigh bones. Take your left arm on top of your right. Hug or double bind. And can you start to sense this deeper awareness inside through the center of the spine, the support network? Of course, we've got some larger muscle groups firing here, but how much is necessary? And one more breath. Close your front body. Lift your spine 1 centimeter taller. Good. Spin back, warrior two. Inhale. Cartwheel your hands down. Spin your back heel up. Take your front foot halfway back and push your hands forward like down dog. Good. Look forward. Plug your shoulders away from your ears and spread the floor apart. Lift your right leg. So you can stay here or lift the heel or start to play with little hops, but your legs are splitting like standing splits, right? That right leg is lifting up. Good. Step back, take a vinyasa or rest. Let's meet in child's pose. If you would rather Vajrasana, to take a seat on your heels, you can do so. But I want you to close your eyes and just start to notice. Not judge, not criticize. Notice the breath. Maybe notice the heat, the sweat, the invigoration. Learning the things that challenge you, that maybe sometimes make you feel inefficient or incomplete or broken or awkward or weird. That's fertile ground to really know yourself. Not to push it away, not to wish it were different, but to start to include and embrace it. And just like our breath comes in and it sutures us from one pose to the next, I think of our yoga practice when we embody these different principles, these different teachings. It's like we're pouring gold into the fractures, that we're adhering ourselves back together into this really beautiful, unique expression. Feel your breath come in. Feel the breath come in and start to suture through you and gather all the parts and the pieces and include and welcome them. And that becomes the offering. Come forward to tabletop, please. Bring your right forearm down. Keep your left hand where it is. Wrap your left elbow in and plug your shoulders back. So the sides of your neck are really long. Press down, take an inhale. And then exhale, you're going to tuck the toes and lift the hips up and back into a dolphin pose here. Wrap your left elbow in. You'll notice the left hand gets very light. Yeah, lean into your left hand. Yeah, because it doesn't want to bear weight, and I want you to lean into your left. Wrap your elbow in, pack your shoulders in, and drip your brain down. Good. Set your knees down. Change sides, left hand down, right hand comes in line with the left elbow. Wrap the elbow in, draw the shoulders back. So you can always come back here to tabletop and work this from here if you need a break. Otherwise, tuck your toes, lift the hips up. Wrap your right elbow in. Now, put more weight in your right foot and your right elbow. Yeah. Good. Take a breath, drop your head. Work your legs, lift your sitting bones, tone your belly. Find the different layers of support that are available to you. It's not just getting tense. It's like learning to activate and include all of these parts and pieces. Set your knees down. Slide back, child's pose. Good. Rock to tabletop. Good. And I'm going to have you watch downward facing dog is where I'm going to come from, but you can stay where you are for a second. My right leg is going to go to the sky. And even though I've got a very flexible lumbar back and it wants to do this, I'm going to pull in and still open my leg without folding in the low back. Okay. So I'm pulling in the front body. I'm still opening my hip. I'm pushing forward with my hands. And I'm going to try to set my left elbow down and start to spin and open and look underneath my right armpit. Okay. My tendency is this: pulling in, opening up, but having a sense of boundary there so that we're not dumping in our low back. Okay. And if you can't get the elbow down, then you're just coming into down dog twist. Okay. So from downward facing dog, spread your fingers. Lift your hips up nice and high, and now take your right leg to the sky. Good. Close your front ribs. Find your core work there. Bend your knee and open your hip. Now push forward with your right hand so much that your left hand gets a little lighter, and see if you can start to sneak that left elbow down. Look under your right armpit. Lift the right leg up, drive the left heel down, lift the right knee up. Spin without dumping into the low back. Good. Now extend your right leg, make it so excited that it picks up your left elbow. Reach it up. Good. Set your foot down. Take the left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip, close your front body. Good. Now push forward into your left hand so much that your right hand gets a little lighter, and start to drop your right elbow down. Look underneath your left armpit. Plug your right shoulder down. Remember, you can just do down dog, not just down dog, but you can do down dog instead with this twist. Close your front body. Pick up the knee, push down, pull your right outer hip back. Everyone, just a little bit more. Right outer hip back, back, back. Now excite your left leg so much that it picks up your right elbow. Set it down. Lower your knees. Child's pose. Rest your arms. Rest your brain. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, we'll come to the knees. Reach your arms high. If you need padding, go ahead and move the blanket underneath you. Take your elbows back and just lift the spine here. Be gentle though. Inhale, reach up. You're going to do that 2 more times, but from the shoulder blades, gliding back and just supporting the back of the heart and the lungs. Inhale. Exhale. Just hydrating all the things that are working so hard. Inhale. Good. And then come back to tabletop. So I'm going to demonstrate again. One option is to come into the three-legged dog that we just did. So there's always something, hopefully, in my class that you have access to that you're going to be able to work on. So you don't have to feel like you're just hanging out waiting for the next thing. So know that what we already did is something you can work on. I'm going to bring my right elbow down. I'm going to wrap my left elbow in, and I'm going to come up here. And then I'm going to start to lean into my left hand, but pick up my left leg. Okay. I'm just going to start there. Okay. Come to tabletop. Or you have something else to work on. Bring your right forearm down, please. And when you put your hand down, like there's a difference between just like hanging out and engaging. Spread your fingers, push the floor away with your elbow, and pack your right shoulder in. Pull it back. Push down into your left hand, find your belly, and then lift up into that down dog dolphin hybrid thingy. Lean onto your left hand. Now pick up your left leg. Drop your head. Do less with your head and more with your right elbow. More with your left hand. Lean into it. Wrap the elbow in. Pack your shoulder back. Use your belly to get that leg higher. Good. Set it down. Beautiful, you guys. Nice. Set it down. Left arm down. Right hand on the floor. Wrap it in and don't just like hang out and do that. Activate. Push into the earth. Wrap it in, plug your shoulders back, lengthen the sides of your neck. Keep wrapping the right elbow in and lift the hips. Push into your left elbow, left hand. Lean into your right foot. Lift your right leg up. Drop your head. Push the floor away. Wrap your right elbow in, lean into your right hand more. Turn your right hip down. Set everything down. Oh, child's pose. Good job. Really nice. Really nice. Take a breath. Good. Rock to table again. So option one is the down dog, three-legged with the elbow down. Option two is what we just did, the sort of dolphin hybrid thingy-majigger. Option three is we come there and we start to pick up the leg and start little hops. Okay. Something like that. Okay. All right. You have to push the floor away. If you give in to it, you can make out with your mat or something, but there's no stability there. Have some boundaries. Plug it in. Okay. Bend your knees. Sorry. So inappropriate. Right forearm down. Left hand on the floor. Wrap your left elbow in, like mean it, and then pull your shoulders back and reach to the back of your skull. So the back of your skull is pulling forward, and then lift your hips. Lean into your left hand, then pick up your left leg. Good. Start to lean forward, lift, think standing splits, Maybe you start to lift that leg up. Little hops, little hops, little hops, little hops. For 3, drop your brain. 2, 1, set it down. Whew. Relax. Let your arms go. Sit down, drop down, whatever you need. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Second side. Watch again. So pulling in and packing my shoulders back and integrating here is important. If we're sort of random and we were going to try to figure it out once we start hopping, it's probably not going to work out. So the pose is already set up here. This is all unwavering, right? Hug in through the waist, start to lift up. You can play with which leg you like to lift. I like to lift this leg. I like to lift the leg with the hand down. Yeah. And then eventually maybe the legs close. With the baby hops, just lean without collapsing. Lean, little flirty hops. Don't make out with your mat. Put your right forearm down. Left forearm, yes, that's what I meant. Right elbow in. Sorry about that. Good. Pack your shoulders in, like already be in the pose. Like know what kind of strength you need here and find that, activate it. So then it's not a surprise when you have to bear weight on it, right? So find that integration. Now lift the hips. And maybe you play with which leg do you want to lift? Check it out. Check it out. Standing splits. Standing splits. When you find the leg you want, wrap it in, push the floor away. Little bitty hops. Stretch your knees straighter. Stretch your legs and let it come from your pelvis, not your feet. From your pelvis, not your feet. Little hops for 3. Relax your head. 2, 1. Set it down. Child's pose. Oh, drop your arms, drop your brain. Stretch out your breath. Whether or not you felt successful or delighted or infuriated or something in between, I want you to honor that experience. And then find your breath again, coming back in and starting to suture you into this unique vessel. It's full of triumphs. It's full of heartbreak. It's full of disappointment. It's full of joy, of love, of grief, of challenges, of ease. Welcome them all and glue them together with a sense of light and love and compassion, like pouring gold into fractured pottery, to make it unique and beautiful in a way that no one else can make it. Come onto your belly. Take your left arm out to the side, please. Make sure your wrist is in line with your shoulder there. And you're going to walk your fingers away from you as you start to lean over onto your left hip. So walk that hand out so that we're not on the head of the arm bone. We're actually on the softer tissue in front of the breast and the pec. So you walk that hand away from you. You can step your right foot behind you if you want for a little more. If you need less, lean into your right hand. And then draw your shoulders down your back. You can have your head on a block if it doesn't come to the floor, or a sweatshirt, but see if you can let the head drip down and relax. If you have a variation that you want here, please take it. We're just trying to rinse out the arms and the shoulders. We did a lot of forward movement today, a lot of sort of, we'd say it's a ponic, this downward and into the earth. And now I just want to free up that tissue. I want you to think of hydrating it and having this flow and freedom through the shoulders. And then notice what part of your body is resisting. And instead of working against your tissues, can you start to work with them? And sometimes here more is not better, so feel free to lean towards your right hand a little bit more. Our shoulders have worked really hard. We don't want to yank anything out. We want to be really delicate and gentle. It's a superficial ball and socket joints. There's not a lot of meat surrounding it like we have in our hip joint. So be gentle, be kind. And then on your inhale, start to roll back to your belly. Bring your hands under your forehead and just rest for a moment. Notice any subtle differences between the right and the left side. And then stretch your right arm out. Make sure your wrist is in line with your shoulder. And as you start to lean to your right, just spider finger your fingers away from you. And when you do that, you might be like, whoa, I can't go very far. And that's okay. That's where we want to stay. Support your head. You don't have to come all the way onto the hip. You definitely don't have to step behind yourself. If you feel the body starting to guard and protect that joint. And then drip your brain down. Enjoy your breath. You already had the efforting part of practice. Notice if you have a tendency here to keep pushing. And maybe do just a little less. Soften something unexpected. An eyelash, a toenail, forehead, maybe the skin behind your ears. Take another moment and see if you can let your brain get so heavy on the right side. Slowly come back to center. Take your hands under your forehead again, just resting here. So your choice, either take Cobra to rinse out and get some symmetry in the shoulders and the back, or you can interlace your hands behind you and come into a locust pose. It's not the deepest locust you can do though. We're just lifting the head of the arm bones. Take a couple breaths. So remember either Cobra or locust here. Just think symmetry, gentle flushing, resetting, lower down. And then right where you are, just roll over onto your back. Just thread one arm underneath you and flip right over. Hug your knees into your chest. And then drop both knees over to the right. Take your elbows wide like cactus. Drop your brain back, drop your heart back. Feel the skin on the back of your neck lengthening. And then come back to center. Drop your knees over to the left. Rest against the floor. Come back to center and hug in forehead towards knees. Just a little tiny nugget here. Decide if you need anything for Shavasana, anything at all, and if so, take it. Otherwise, legs and arms relax. Starting to stretch out. Feeling ease and integration. Beauty and appreciation emerge from our inner being. Rest deep inside of yourself. Rest and tend to inner light that comes in and fills the cracks. The things that we generally hide away from other people are the things that make us unique. And they generally are the gift. Our experience fragments us, but there are more edges and surfaces then to reflect light and beauty, which is Shri. For those of you that study the goddesses with me, it's Lakshmi. It's recognition of who we actually are. We take the light and the dark and we bring them together to form this unique expression that only we can express. So often we're trying to be perfect or get it right. We get bogged down. We forget that this is all part of the process. So maybe we start to find delight around challenges, dropping in and becoming more aware and present instead of judging and criticizing the aesthetics of what it is that we're endeavoring. We learn to be fully present with who exactly we are in each moment. And then that allows us from the inside to start to radiate back out. Another moment here to soak in your experience, soak in your uniqueness, soak in what challenges you, soak in what's easy for you, and all the things in between. Everything that's led you to this moment, feel it coming together. And pour the light of your awareness, pour gold into the cracks. And feel that you're being reformed into this beautiful vessel, holding and containing life as only you can. in your breath. Feel as though you're pouring gold into the cracks with every breath. Bend your knees. Roll to your side as you're ready. Just rest, heavy and soft in a good way. Rise up to seated when you're ready, and we'll meet with our hands formed in front of our hearts. We'll seal our practice with a gentle bow in.
Chicken wings. Yeah, with the fried rice.
Wabi-Sabi is this unique experience. It's the broken parts, and we include them. It's the fractured parts. It's the awkward. And hopefully we stop taking ourselves so seriously and start seeing ourselves as this beautiful, unique vessel containing life as no one else can. Thank you for your practice. Let's close with Om. Inhale. Om. Out to each of you. Namaste.